Oker dokers, another day at JKR Builds. What we are working on is the rear end of the square body tonight. We lowered the front a night or two ago. Now we are working on the back. And what we're going to do is we're just going to undo the leaf springs and put them underneath the axle. The axle already has the pads welded onto the axle, so I'm thinking the truck's been lowered at one time and somebody must have flipped it back. So now this is where we come in and we're going to flip it back again. So, and by doing that, that should drop us about 5 inches in the back. I'm thinking, I didn't quite measure it out, but what you do is you measure from the top of the leaf springs to the center of your tube, and that's how much it's going to drop it. So I'll measure it in a minute and kind of see where we're at. We'll grab a tape measure here. Like I said, we're just going to measure from the center of the tube to the top of the leaf springs. That's going to be how much drop we're going to be doing. And actually that's only 3 1/4 drop. That is it. I thought it was going to be more than that, but I guess I was wrong. So we'll get this jacked up, get the wheels off. Well, we're not gonna like that, so I think what I'm gonna end up doing is buying longer U-bolts and a 2-inch or a 3-inch block to put between the top of the leaf springs and the axle. 3 inches drop for me, that's nothing. It's a little bit noticeable, but I don't want somebody to look at it and say, what the hell? I don't want somebody to look at it and say, oh, yeah, Lord, yeah. I want somebody to be like, damn, that's low. So that's what we're shooting for. The wow factor. So I like to call it go get rid of these. Probably stock, look like Astro van rims to me. Hate them. This side I borrowed from a friend of mine just to see what it looked like. This is a 15 by 8 inch wide stock Chevy Rally. And I'm not sure, this is what I might end up running with. What I was thinking about doing is doing the truck satin black and painting the rims red with the chrome beauty ring and the chrome center cap. But we'll kind of see. I'm kind of just pushing along and kind of getting ideas as I work on it to see what I really want to do. Alright. These jack stands here. Okay, change of plans. Bolt in the front here are stuck in the bushings. So I guess where I'm at now is I'm going to have to unhook the drive shaft, the brake lines, the shocks, the U-bolts. And I'm going to have to push the axle one way, go up, over, pick it up, push it back that way. So I guess that's where we're at now. That is not the way I wanted to do it, but what do you do? You gotta go. To get that out of the bushings, I could be there forever. Oh, that one's in there. Okay, got the air compressor fired up. See if this can take them off. Not bad. There we go. That wasn't too awful bad. See if we can knock those out here. Alright, this side U-bolts. They're stuck on there pretty good. I've been working on it, wire brushing it, lubricating it. I'm not sure if I got anywhere or not. I win. We got her. Whew. Boy, that was on her. Wow. Good times right there. All right. Take a little break and we'll check her out, see where we're at. Oh, I'm having all kinds of problems trying to figure this out. I was measuring the hubs. The hubs are 13. And between the frame and the leaf springs, it's only like 10 inches. 9 inches. So I don't think that's going to work for me. Well, I'm going to do that front leaf spring. Both don't seem too locked up, so what I'm going to do is unbolt this leaf spring, raise that up, take that leaf spring right off. Then I'll take the axle that way, drop the leaf spring down, put this side over the axle, then take that leaf spring, put it up underneath. That's the plan. That's the newest and greatest now. We'll see if that works out or not. I'm just gonna, my pinion is starting to roll on me a little bit, so I'm gonna try to keep that so it doesn't roll on me. Born in the center, there we go. Alright, so that looks like that might be the ticket here. Let's see if we can get this side off. Wants to. A little stuck. A little sticky stuck. There we go. Let's see here. Not run that out now. Looks like it's gonna go. There we go. Definitely be putting some grease on those when I go put that back together. Alright, we should be able to just grab this leaf spring off here. Yeah, like so. There's that. Alright, trying to get that brake line undone, and it's not gonna come apart, I don't think so. Just break it. You just get a new brake line. Oh, jeez. That's pretty rusted. A little rustier than what I thought. I'm surprised to even see brake fluid come back there. Alright. Got the leaf springs unhooked, brake line. Now I gotta do the shocks. Alright, we'll knock these shocks off. Just at the axle on the bottom. Hopefully these come out. Well, that was pretty nice. There we go. Put these in so we're not losing so many nuts and bolts. Alright, I think what I'm going to do now is cut the emergency brake cables. Somebody cut them way up here at the frame, so I might as well just cut them down here. We don't need emergency brake, right? There we go. Put this side off. There we go. Alright, now the fun part. Working by myself again. What we want to do is move the axle towards the driver's side. Oh, I don't remember if I ever did this with the drive shaft hooked like that or not, but we're going to try it. I'm just going to keep scooting it over a little bit at a time and hope for the best. Just like so. Looks like the exhaust is going to get in my way though. So close. Just like so. Looking good. Now we're just going to come over on this side. And just scoop the jack right back over. Just like that. And I do believe that's the first time I probably never unhooked the drive shaft. Just like so. Now, we can go ahead and jack that differential up. While we're doing it, we're going to want to take this off. Not the smoothest way of doing it, but it's working. Now my pinion is sticking up. I'll push that down. Alright, now let's see how we're coming along here. Not looking too bad. What I think I'll do is I'll go ahead and put this in. I'm going to want to grab some grease. I want to grease these. Smear some grease in here. so. Alright. There we go. Let's go down just a little bit more. Too far. We'll just get this started here. All right. Not looking too shabby-dabby. Jack over just a little bit. Check the clearance hole here. That's why I thought we're gonna have to take the bolt here out of the leaf spring, and we're gonna have to flip those around. All right, now we gotta try to get that out there. She's in there. Probably have to throw it up in the vise. Okay, I had to run out to the town to get some new nuts and bolts here because the old ones are just so stripped out, ragged out, ain't gonna work. So got some new ones to replace those. So what we want is that to go down like that. Put this pad up under here. Make sure you get your plastic in there so no squeaky squeaks. Just like so. All right, we'll get that tightened up. There we go. Now, that will relocate right on there. So what we have to do is take apart the other side coil leaf spring. See if we cannot do this right here on the floor. Okay, what I ended up doing is just taking my welder and welding the head of that to the coil spring there, or leaf spring, to get the nut off. And I just hammered that bolt out, so that's what we need to happen right there. I'm gonna grab my clampers, squeeze this together, it just helps out a little bit. That should probably shrink up okay now, I would think. Spring has to go. It's been a long day at work. That looks much better. A little grease on here. Push that down. Just like so. Now what we're going to do is going to go ahead and we're going to try to line up our axle here. That right there fell right in. So what I think I want to do is I'm going to go clean these U-bolts, wire brush them, and clean them up with some penetrating oil. That way they'll go on nice and easy for us. Alright, got the U-bolts all cleaned up, ready to go. Pad here. Let's see, so that pad's gonna go on the bottom. So all we're doing is just basically reversing it. I just gotta figure out what way the pad goes. Alright, definitely goes this way. Kind of a tight fit. We're just going to kind of snug this up. We're not going to get too crazy, because I really think we're going to put like a 2-inch drop block in the back yet. So, alright, drum's long enough. Put that back on. That has a long ways to go. When you're tightening these up, you just want to make sure that pin is in that pad. We'll call that side good for now. Alright, passenger side now. Get that lined up. We should just be able to drop the axle right on that leaf spring, like so. Be able to just kind of fall on the pin. There it goes. Got pads on there. Alright. See the checkered flag coming. Almost got her. Just to see where the wheels are going to fall into the body lip. There, I guess what I can do now is I'll jack that up. See how close it comes to our frame. Might have to cut the exhaust off. Don't know yet. Alright. It's not lifting off the jack stands yet. There it goes. Alright. That's up off the jack stands now. Let's see, we can go ahead and take this off. That was holding up our pinions, so I'm going to drop down. Gonna check my shock here, see how much. Alright. Yep, we're gonna have to get different shocks. Those are gonna bottom out there, so. Alright, I guess I gotta run out to the barn. I'll grab them other 2 5-star mag wheels, get those on. Alrighty, I ran out to the barn, grabbed these ET 5-star mags here. Oh. I think these are gonna look good on there. Thing is, they're a little tricky to get on because they're like a unilug rim. Used to just get a couple started like this, then I'll slide it up over the rim, but try this one. Oh, that's a no-go. Go. Gotta line these suckers up just perfect to get them on. We'll go upside down with that one. There we go. Got that side. Alright. Yeah. I have to go grab that box and put that back on to see where my fender lips are gonna sit. By looking at the truck, I think I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do a 2-inch drop block yet. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, set this down on the ground, we'll see what we got here. Pretty much got everything snugged up the way I want it, just for now. We'll drop it on the ground. It's getting a little late, but I think I have time to go grab the box to put on there. Just to get an idea of what it looks like. Sounds like we have a leaky tire over here. Alright, we'll get that box on there real quick. And that went on pretty easy. Alright, this is what we got going on. So the front was like a 3-inch drop. The back was about a 5. Gosh, now I forgot. Was it 4.5, I think? 5.5. Looks pretty good right there. Not sure if I'm going to leave it or not. I might go like another 2 inches. 2-inch block in the back, then cut off a coil in the front. Realign it. I'll have to look at it for a couple days to figure out what I think I really want to do. But yeah, there we go. We got the rear end all lowered. Axle flip, so good to go. We'll have to look at it for a couple days and see where we're going to go from here. But thanks again for watching. We appreciate it, and we'll see you.